So after maybe 20 or 30 more minutes of searching around, I finally found a desert which has everything that I'll need to start getting the rest of the components for my operation. So just gonna collect a ton of cactus and these tiny cactuses, cacti. I think I need shears to harvest those. Yep, and my inventory is full from picking up things along the way. I saw another village. They had a railcraft thing in there. What can I replace? Um. Don't exactly know. What can be replaced? A lot of these plants or vegetables that I have are going to be growing anyways. I'll get rid of peanuts. Don't exactly need those, do I? But yeah, I'm just going to collect probably as much cactus as I can carry. And then I'll make my way back to the underbase, which is about 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. I'm going to mark this place out. That way I can come back to it whenever I need to. Get tons of sand. So I'm back at the base, and I want to go ahead and get started with making all the stuff that we need to get our magmatic power system running. That way I can get a little bit more reliable power. I've gone down to the strip mine, and I didn't really get much resources. As you can see, I did get some diamonds, but I didn't really go down there to get resources. I mainly went down there to open up the mine so I could get access to the lava lakes that are down there, because there are about 3 or 4 of them down there, and that's just lava sitting there waiting to be used. So today I'm going to be crafting all the stuff that I'm going to be needing for our power system. And the first thing we're going to be needing is, of course, a magmatic crucible. Not a mega crucible, but a magmatic. Or not a crucible, but a dynamo. So this requires Invar. This is silver, so I have that. And Invar is a very simple alloy of ferrous ore and iron in a 2-to-1 ratio. So if I come over here to our smeltery, it's going to be 2 ingots of iron for every 1 ingot of ferrous ore. So if I were to put in 1 ore, I would put in 4 ingots of iron, because you get 2 ingots of ferrous, and for every 1 ingot you have to put in 2 ingots of iron. Sounds somewhat complicated, but you'll see. It'll work out just fine once we get down to that, once it gets melted down and alloyed. So while that's cooking, I want to work on crafting our pumps, which are fairly inexpensive. Requires 2 tanks and a good bit of iron. For pumps I'm going to need glass, and I need to check on how much iron I have. Alright, so I have plenty of iron for now. So I'm going to need quite a bit of glass, which is just sand that I'll throw into the smeltery. And of course it's nighttime. I'm going to need to make a bed soon, as well as a jetpack, so I can pretty much omit this ladder system or whatever. So I'm going to need 16 pieces of sand for one pump, and I'm only going to be using 1 pump. So I'm just gonna kind of line this area with cobblestone so I can get this sand a little bit easier. Alright, got plenty of sand now. And this pump is going to be, it's all going to be hooked up with fluid ducts. Well, no, it's not, because I'll be using ender tanks. The power that is going to be produced by the not the steam dynamos, but the magmatic dynamos, they're all going to be placed behind the wall of the base. So over here, you can see our wall. What I want to do is push this back one and then set up the magmatic dynamos in sort of a line right behind here. Alright, and then that'll all hook up into a leadstone or eventually a redstone energy cell. So it'll look sort of strange how I explain this. I'm going to push this wall back 1. I need to make a crescent hammer while I'm at it too, because that's going to be kind of essential. That's just iron and tin. I can make that real quick. God, this hang glider is very useful. As you can see, I got 6 ingots of Invar, which is actually really good conversion now that I think about it. That was only 1 ore. I think I only would have gotten like 4 if I had done it the pulverizer way. So, got essentially more Invar. That's pretty neat. Anyways, so I need to do 16, and I believe this is 18, so I'll just fill the smeltery up with missing 16 pieces of glass, which is going to be enough. What was I going to do? I honestly can't remember now. I think I was going to make something. Oh, crescent hammer, that's right. Block of tin, I'll just convert this into ingots. I'm only going to need 1. I'll throw some of the rest of this in the other chest. I'm going to turn this block of iron into ingots because I'm going to be using quite a lot of it. And I think it was just like this, and then that. There we go, crescent hammer. So, with the crescent hammer, I essentially don't have to break my leadstone energy cell, my pulverizer. The generator I still have to mine. Just like that. Anyways, I'm gonna push this back 1 more. Alright, and then I'll put a line of blocks here. Okay, and then I'll set up pulverizer. So it'll be pulverizer, furnace, liquid, no, it's like, can't remember what it is. I'll just go to thermal expansion and look at the machines. Because, okay, yeah, furnace, pulverizer, I can't remember what a sawmill does. Oh, it just creates more wood. I'm not really going to need that. Induction smelter is going to be important, so I'll have to make one of those. Induction smelter, magma crucible. That's the thing I was talking about. Basically, just converts items to fluid, so you can make lava that way. Convert back and forth. Pretty neat. But yeah, I'll have steam dynamo or magmatic dynamo. Place it here, and that'll be hooked up to this energy cell. I don't know exactly where the center point is, so I'm just gonna mine this wall back 1 more. There we go. That way I have a center point. So that's going to be where everything gets connected to. I'll have the magmatic dynamos set up here, and I may have to push this back 1 more just to get the lava tank set up working good. Alright, so it looks kind of strange, but trust me, it'll end up looking better eventually. And I need to get more andesite as well as marble to fill out the flooring and the walls. But anyways, the Invar, or the glass, is done, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that into glass blocks, which is going to take me a while. While that's going on, I'm going to see about making some pipes, which is actually going to require more glass. So I'm going to need fluiducts. Whoops. Fluiduct? Yeah. We'll break. Okay, so I can't use a temperate fluiduct. Okay, so I'm going to have to use hardened fluiduct, which is going to use Invar ingots. It's going to use hardened glass. Okay, I don't like using that, so we're just going to use fluid transport pipes, which are these things. Gold and iron? Huh. Interesting. Reinforced. These things are going to be somewhat expensive. I'm not going to make the gold ones. I think I might make them out of iron. Maybe. Let's see what else. Sandstone might be the one that I actually use. Sandstone or quartz. Could do a clay one. Insertion pipe. I don't know. I'm just looking at the different ones, trying to figure out which one would be best. Obsidian might actually be oh no, that one just sucks up items. Cobblestone. No, I don't want to build them out of cobblestone because then it'll be extremely slow. I think sandstone may be the way to go. So I think I might do sandstone fluid pipes, which you might be thinking, wow, that is a really bad way of doing things, but works for me in my opinion. And, okay, I have to use vanilla Minecraft glass, which kind of sucks. But whatever, can't do much about that. I'm just going to make a furnace. Well, I have a furnace down in the strip mine, but just throw that in there. 2 pieces of coal to get that going. Right. So I'll make those pipes in a moment. I'll have to also use that to make the pipe sealant, which is going to be made out of this cactus. I'll probably do the small cactus first. And I'm going to use that emerald to make a silky gem or jewel or whatever in a minute to put on my pickaxe for silk touch. That'll be later on though. Right, so that will make our fluid pipes, which are going to be important. The most important item, however, are 2 ender tanks. These 2 things, which are going to be expensive. They're going to require 8 times 8. Well, 8 times 4. It's going to require 64 glowstone dust, not counting 8 glowstone dust used to make the ender pearls. I'm also going to have to go to the nether to get nether quartz, because I don't have any on me, and some more to make a cauldron, as well as making obsidian. So yeah, these are not going to be very cheap, but they will work. That's all that matters. I'm actually going to make the obsidian right here, just to save time. So you make obsidian pretty easily. 1. I'll just do 1 at a time. Oh, I don't have... What am I trying to do here? I cannot remember. The middle click does not seem to work in non-creative mode. Anyways, make obsidian pretty simple. Lava, lava. Grab the water out of here. Place it in there, and bam, obsidian. I'll mine that in a second. Kind of busy with this, however. So yeah, the ender tanks are going to be somewhat expensive to make, mostly on glowstone dust, because glowstone dust can be used pretty versatilely. I already have 1 piece of obsidian, so that's good. And my chest system right now is a very big mess, but eventually I'll get this entire place set up on an Applied Energistics network, which is all going to be hooked up to a crafting terminal, so I can not have to worry about going from chest to chest. Saves me the time. Isn't that much of a pain. But alright, we almost done here. Okay, cool. Alright, so now I'm going to pull the Invar out of here. Alright, and while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and make the tanks. Not the tank, well yeah, the tanks for the pumps. So I may sound like I'm a little bit stressed out, but I'm not really. I'm just kind of... It's really hard to think. You get really confused easily when you're working with all this stuff. So I'm going to need 1 iron gear. Not pump. Okay, 1 iron gear, 4 iron ingots. 4 iron ingots, a bucket. I'll just put 1 of these in there. Yeah, I can make that. So, tank. 4 iron ingots, redstone, iron gear, and we get a pump. Now, this pump is going to require a redstone engine, which is this thing, and it's pretty cheap to make. A wood gear. 2 wood gears. I think, was it 2 wood gears? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 2 wood gears. Yay. Piston. Well, that's not a piston. Piston. There we go. Just like that. And the wood on top. Right. Going to need a piece of glass. And then I think it's just, yeah, wood on top. Wood on top, piston, and then gears. I'm gonna put that in the chest. Yay. Alright, I'm gonna make a lever for the redstone engine. And now I have the first component, arguably the most, well, not really the most important component for the system, which is a pump connected to a redstone engine. Now what the pump does is it essentially extracts materials from lava lakes. So if we were to come into a lava lake like this one over here, and then let's just place our pump right here. Turns green because it detects fluids. It doesn't have any RF though. And while I'm here, I'm actually going to knock out some of the stuff on top so I can put a tank there. It's going to put its weird little arm thing down. Okay, now you hook up a redstone engine to it. It's going to be slow at first because it's a redstone engine, and it will slowly start to extract lava. Of course, I don't want it to extract it right now because it's not going to do anything with it. So, better just to leave it alone until I get a tank up and running, which is what I'm probably going to go craft right now because I have the materials on hand. So let's come back up here. Right, pull the Invar out, first piece, and let's make the ender tanks. And the ender tanks work like this. So essentially, whatever fluid is inside the ender tank is stored in the end. And oh god, I gotta go get quartz. Probably just cut to that. Alright, gotta grab the quartz. Just kind of sitting up here. As I was saying before I had to run back out here, the way ender tanks work is whatever fluid is inside of them is stored inside the end. And the only way to access that fluid is with an ender tank. So you essentially make two, and you don't have to hook up the pipes with a pipeline. That would be kind of annoying. So you use ender tanks, and it saves time. And they're fairly inexpensive. Like if you were to go to the end and get set up there, then they basically become, oops, super inexpensive because you can just mass produce ender pearls. And oh god, I forgot, it spawns you all the way out here. Eventually, I will have to come back out through these woods to get the rubber wood trees, because their rubber can be used to make plastic and other stuff. Like these rubber trees are IC2 rubber trees, and those can only be used to make like cables and stuff and industrial craft. So I can save some time. I really want to get my thermal expansion setup going first. Normally what I used to do was get my industrial craft set up, because I always thought it'd be much more efficient and faster that way. But in reality it honestly isn't, because industrial craft is very limited based on power options. And a lot of the good power options are very late game. With thermal expansion, they're not a lot of the good power options do take a little while to get to, but not at the rate of IC2. So I'm just going to take all the glowstone dust out. Right, lapis, and I'll just take my 32 stack of redstone. I am going to need obsidian. This is going to take a while to mine. Okay, so now we just need to make sticks to make the blaze rods. Take 4 blaze rods. You can make those 3 real quick. Another 1. Alright, so I have all 8 blaze rods. Oh, actually I need to make the cauldrons, don't I? You can't forget about the cauldrons. I'm gonna need, is it like that? No, it's like that. 2 cauldrons, obsidian, blaze rods, wool on top, and I think, the ender pearls. Oh god, I forgot to make the ender pearls. Those are pretty simple. Come here, looks like that. Alright. I think I have to make 2 anyways. So I might as well just go ahead and go back through with all of the items. Okay, 2 ender pearls. And there we go. This will make 2 ender tanks. Blam. Ender tanks. So these tanks are now linked together, which is good. So I will go ahead and run down here to our pump and place the first tank and get that situated so that it will start extracting the lava from the lake. And I believe it just runs through here. Okay, put the tank on top. Now I believe if I run this, I don't know exactly how much redstone flux it's going to need to extract. Hopefully we'll be able to see it actually extract. Maybe. I think it only needs 100. So we're at 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, or 90, 100. So yeah, I just extracted I think 1 bucket of lava. Okay, maybe not even 1 bucket. Oh no, it did extract 1 bucket of lava. I think that thing can hold 10 buckets, maybe 5, I can't remember. But they can hold quite a bit of lava, which is the main reason I use them, and the fact that they are ender tanks. So you don't have to set up a pipeline. Like if I didn't have ender tanks, I would have to set up this really long pipeline from that pump all the way up to here, where the second ender tank would be, which is going to be right here. And you can see that the lava is linked together. Provided that the chunk is being loaded and the data is still being loaded, that lava is still going to be there. Alright, so now we just need to build the dynamos. So I'm going to pull out the remainder of the invar, which I think is only 3 ingots. I'm also going to have to make the pipes, but whatever. Magmatic dynamo. I need a silver. Okay, invar gears. Alright, I'm going to need more than just 1 or 6. So, where's my ferrous? There's the ferrous. So I think 12 should be enough. And I really hate dipping this much into my iron supply, but what good is iron if you can't use it, in my eyes? So, 1 piece of ferrous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay. But with the invar that I have, I can go ahead and get started producing the gear, the first gear that I need, and I can also make the, I think it's a reception coil, transmission coil. So that requires a piece of silver. So transmission coil, I believe is like that. Silver ingots to make a transmission coil. Then I'll make the first gear like that. Invar gear. Let's see what else. Oh, it's really not that expensive once you get invar. Or really once you get ferrous. Right, so 2 more. I'll really need. Alright, I'll need. I will need 1, 2. I'll need 5 more. Or really 4 more from here. Okay, that's not what I wanted to happen. Right, ingot. I'll need 1 more after this. I will have all the invar that I need to make the dynamo. I will just have to make our pipes next. Actually, while it's going, I'm gonna go ahead and cook up most of the pipes, or most of the cactus green while I'm here. You can have your glowstone dust back, because I'm not gonna need it. But anyways, second gear. Okay. Transmission coil. And then like that. No. Oh, you gotta have a piece of redstone. That's not even the right placement. And then redstone to get a magmatic dynamo. Awesome. So we have made quite a bit of progress. You can see our thing is actually mostly full. So I'm actually going to set this up like this and then turn it so that it's facing this way. And then the fluid duct, or the fluid pipe, will pull lava from here, hook it into the magmatic dynamo. Magmatic dynamo is going to be hooked up Probably by energy conduits or something. Or really, I'll probably just have it hooked up to another magmatic dynamo in just a line. And then those will have their power drawn right here, and then pulled up and into this leadstone energy cell. So for now, I don't exactly have any energy conduits. I'll just look at thermal dynamics, I believe is the name of the... I don't exactly... It's not item ducts that I'm looking for. Don't need item ducts. I can't remember if thermal dynamics adds wires or cables, whatever they call them. Guess not. Well, let me think. No, it's not a rednet cable. I think I may just have to make energy conduits, which are very expensive at this point because the way you make them is not very easily... Oh wait, I think I can actually make them in smeltery alloying. Oh, okay, destabilizing redstone. No, this is not good. Because redstone is very hard to make in a smeltery. It will literally use up all of the lava before it makes anything. Let me demonstrate. It's going to be stuck here forever. It will use up all of this lava before anything happens to it. So the only way I could get pig iron... Maybe I could make vibrant alloys. Oh, nope, still need an induction smelter to do that. Wait, maybe I could alloy this. Nope, still need redstone to do that. Okay, well that's a disappointment. I think I might just make an induction smelter. Which is this thing. Oh god, that's gonna take so much invar. And I'm very low on iron. Well, I think I might as well make some more invar. This kind of causes a change of plans, but I should have expected this. I still have to make the pipes, don't I? Yeah. But this is all just to get set up. Oh, I still have to make a machine frame, which is going to require more iron. Oh, geez, I'm going to run out of iron by the time I get all this set up. I think I might as well run down to the mines and get iron. But nevertheless, I think this might be where I end off for today. So, disappointment.